Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Mishbahuddin from Universitas Panca Sakti, and here I'm going to explain about the second chapter of contrastive analysis and error analysis subject. So, what is contrastive analysis? Contrastive analysis is comparing between two different languages and finding out the difference in that language. Okay, not just in not just in the words or the verbs, but also in the system of that language or the pronunciation of that language itself. So the aim of this contrastive and error analysis is to improve, to address the difference between the first language, which is the student's language, and then the second language, which is what the language that the students studied, so that the difficulties can be addressed immediately, so it can be improved. The students can improve upon the new language that they learn more quickly, faster. So here's an example. In Javanese language, usage of banyumasan, especially related to the Javanese sound that use. Okay, so Javanese language, there are some dialect, and here in this case we are talking about the dialect of the banyumasan, which is a bit different among other people, among other Japanese languages, and this Banyumasan dialect is usually called ngapak. And also, there is a difference between the language of Yogyakarta and Surakarta in dialect of the Javanese language with the Banyumasan. Okay, the main difference is that the phoneme a, remains pronounced a or yeah, instead of o. Yeah, so if people eat in Solo, yeah, it's called sago. Yeah, sago, rice. That means rice. In Banyumasan, it's called saga with a, not with o. Yeah, so difference, that is the difference between Yogyakarta and Surakarta with the Banyumasan, the ngapak. Yeah. Articulation. Yeah. So the voice can be studied in different ways. Yeah. The first is acoustic phonetic. Yeah, studying how sound is transmitted, how sound is sent. Yeah. And then the second is phonetic auditory. Yeah, how the sound was heard, by the people who you are communicating with. And the third is articulatory. Yeah, how voice sound or generated by by our organ. Yeah. So by learning this, especially the how we heard, which is auditory, and articulatory, which is how we produce sounds, we can then address what is the difficulties. Yeah. So we can, for example, here there is pen in English, and there is in Indonesia panci. The pronunciation of the p is still the same. Cat in English in kucing, cat, kucing, k. Yeah. Tomato in tomato, t. Yeah. Okay. Here in English, English speakers will be hard to learn about the Japanese because of the dialect first, and the second is in English there is no words ang, yeah, So, for example, in bahasa there is kacang, but there is not a word, a single word in English that use yeah. So it will be hard for the English speakers to learn our language because of the non-existence of that particular word or pronunciation in their language. And I think that is enough. So in summary, contrastive and error analysis is comparing two languages, the difference not only in the verbs but also in the structures and the pronunciation to improve upon the learning from the students' language to what the language that they study. I think that is enough. Thank you for the time. Thanks for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.